Hello everybody, and welcome to another video of this Wisconsin War Pigs League that I am controlling. Wisconsin War Pigs. I don't have an official name for the league, so I kind of just call it the Wisconsin War Pigs League for right now. If you do have any ideas on how to create a league name, feel free to drop it down in the comments, and we're gonna get right into it when it comes to the other teams in the league that I've mentioned that we are going to be watching a game per week, because if we do play my team's game, that it will automatically simulate to the next week, and then the final scores of the other games within the week will automatically simulate. And so then it would just be a week 2, and we miss out a week on watching two teams or one team go at it with each other. So the first game that we are going to watch is Boston-Miami, like I've mentioned, to get two birds with one stone overall in general, and spectate the game, obviously, and seeing who has a better roster and overall who can, beat each other and be undefeated for week 1. So we have the Boston Businessmen and the Miami Spears. We're going to edit the uniforms, and they're going to be in these red unis. So we're going to save that, and then they're going to be ready. We're going to edit these guys' uniforms. They're going to be in the neon yellow unis. And then we are going to game setup. We're going to have 10-minute quarters. It's going to be at random because apparently, I guess, the teams don't have a actual stadium. So unless if when we load in, it will show who's the home team and who's the away team, so to speak. So 10-minute quarters, injuries are on, player fatigue is on. We'll kind of see what the expert picks are. And so overall, they've all picked Miami to be the winner, whether it be by 12, by 1, 18, or by 5. And they predict 74% chance of winning based off 1,000 simulations. So we'll see if Miami will get the job done, because they are having the best bet picking of Miami overall. And with having Devon Hines, Mitchell Cole for running backs, Carl Stevens and Nelson Witt for wide receivers, and then Barack Miller and Dion Bugaj as the QBs. So we got everything else set up, and we will hit play game. Have a little bit of background noise with the stadium and with them hitting each other. Otherwise, it'd be kind of boring just hearing nothing. So Boston's going to receive it. And here we are for the kickoff within the first quarter. It is at Miami. And they're going to take it out. And they made it to the 12-yard line. All right. So we'll see who come up top. I can also change the view, but I feel like this is a good view overall to start off with. And he gets sacked. See Thomas with the sack for the Miami defense, and now they are on the 6-yard line, 2nd and 16. And it was a linebacker, Connor Thomas. for the sack. Oof, just overthrew it. It would have been in line, would have been in stride. Just throwing it over the top with the shoulder, pass, and we just had 2 plays and gone negative 6 yards. And T. Norman catches the ball for a first down for Boston Businessmen. Miami couldn't hold the 3rd down and 16. So here we are, 1st down 10, new set of downs. And Boston's ready to snap it. They go with Hines. And he lost yardage, 5 yards. I was going to say 3 to 4, but it's 2nd and 15. Keenan Fields gets the tackle for loss. All right, got some man in motion. And they pitch it out to Hines again. He makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Substitutions. Lorenzo Copeland. So they lost 2 yards. All right. So Copeland's in for the game. Overall, they are about to snap it. And Copeland breaks the tackle, but he doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 18. Hines and Copeland just go back, substituting himself back into the game. Decent punt. Let's see how much yardage they're going to get back. They're going to be in good position. Steps out of bounds. Doesn't even try to tackle. So we'll see how this Miami offense will be coming into. They're about to snap it. And Mr. Cole takes it for a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. Very, very good run to the outside. And they are doing quite better than the Businessmen. First play, oof. It gets sacked by Mr. Moss with a 5-yard loss there. The linebacker. Seems like the linebackers are getting the sacks here, not the defensive linemen. Gonna passes it to the running back. And they get a first down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. But it's going to be 1st and 10, and the goal line's the first down marker. Mr. Howard gets a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Howard and Cole swap. We got a 4 wide receiver, 1 running back set in the set. Do a little motion. Play action pass. He's going to run for it. And he's in for the touchdown. Miami is up 6-0. Bugaj decided to run it in for himself instead of passing it and hope for a chance of not getting an interception. But he was wide open to the left side, and in the end zone he went. Now Miami's going to kick it off with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Took in some time off the clock. Mr. Fox is going to take it out, and he brings it out to the 13 yard line. And it looks like they've measured it at the 12. We got 1st and 10. 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, and 1 tight end set. Back for a pass, Mr. Miller. He passes it, and it was deflected. Could have been intercepted by the defense of Miami. Mr. Brock Miller is 1 for 3 with 21 yards. Hopefully that changes. Passes it to a wide receiver. Gets a good gain of 8 yards. 2 yards left. 3rd and 2 to get a first down. It's Eric Herrera with his first target with 8 yards. Mr. Hines breaking a tackle, getting a gain of 4 yards to get a first down and 10 for the Boston Businessmen. Mr. Hines on the day, he's rushed for 3 times, -2 yards so far in the first quarter. Brock Miller back to pass, passing into the sidelines. Mr. T. Norman, gain of 6, 2nd and 4. He went out on the sideline, but the clock is still ticking. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. 2 minutes and a half left now. The accelerated clock. And Mr. Miller's going to get sacked again. This time by Mr. Gonzalez. They've been on him. That's the 2nd sack of the game. Mr. Hines running it up. It breaks the tackle. Gets about 6-7 yards. It's going to be 4th and 8. They're probably going to take it to punt here because they're only at the 26, 27-yard line. And he punts it to Miami. See Mr. Cole taking it back. He's got some space and he gets out of bounds by the 45-yard line. They marked it at the 47. We got a 4 wide receiver, 1 running back set. Trip bunch to the right, but giving it to Mr. Cole. Takes it for about a 4-yard gain. 5 yards marked with 2nd and 5. There's a minute left in the game. We're going to change the view overall. There's a flag on the play, and it's incomplete. It's holding on the running back, Mr. Mitchell Cole. There's 30 seconds left. I guess they didn't stop the clock for the incomplete pass. One last play in the first quarter. Mr. L. Franklin gets it for a 1-yard gain. That's the end of the first, folks. Boston Businessmen 0. Miami Spears 7. They will be starting 3rd and 14 on the 49-yard line on their side of the field. And they just miss as Businessmen defense swat the ball down, and now it's going to be 4th and 14. Could they pin the boss? Kansas City breaks his tackle. He's going down the sideline and gets it up to the 45-yard line. Set up the Businessmen for the best field management they've had all game, pretty much. See if they can take advantage of it. And Hines catches the ball, and he's down at the 28-yard line. Thought it was going to be like the 32-yard line, but it's going downwards, so it's the 28-yard line on the opponent's side of the field. Brock Miller's back to pass. He's going to pass it. There's a wide open receiver. Overthrows it in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 28-yard line. Got 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Plenty of time to score a touchdown here. They just need a first down. Pass it to his running back. Just enough to get a first down with 11 yards on the 17-yard line. The running backs substitute each other out for this play. Got a 1 tight end set. Passing it. Touches the tip of the wide receiver's hands and doesn't secure it for the touchdown. He was open enough to get that touchdown. Mr. Hines with the handoff to Mr. Hines, and he got a 2-yard gain of third down. Mr. Gonzalez got a tackle for loss, apparently on that. It was a 2-yard gain. They were 2nd and 10. Motion to the left. Mr. Copeland breaks the tackle. He breaks another tackle, but he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2. They may have to score a field goal. It's 4th and 10. Kicker is lined up. Mr. Wilkins, and the kick is good for a 34-yard field goal. It's a tough ball game, 3-7 with 7 minutes left in the game. Kick is up, and it is down at the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. Cole's going to take it all the way. It's not marked down yet. He made it to the 28-yard line. We got 7 minutes left. We'll see if Miami's going to score on this drive to extend their lead. Pass it to Howard in the middle with an 8-yard gain. It is 2nd and 2. We got a 3 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 tight end set. Doing some motion to the right. Handed off to Mr. Cole. Breaks the tackle. Are they going to mark him down at the first? They do. He's got a first down. Cole seems to be slow to get up, but he is in for this play. He's rushed 3 times for 14 yards. He's been targeted 1 time for 18 yards. He's been the man of this team so far. And running backs keep getting substituted. It seems like the only position that's getting substituted. Two for 28. He's been targeted twice. We got T. Burke running up the middle, getting a first down. Mitchell Cole back onto the field in replace of Mr. Howard. We got a 3 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 tight end bunch set, play action, and he gets sacked by Mr. Moss. His 2nd sack of the game. But Miami's been pretty good at keeping possession time pretty high to try to milk the clock down for the Boston Businessmen to not score. And Mitchell Cole runs it up for a good yardage gain, and now it's 3rd and 8. They got to get a first down. They're past midfield, 47-yard line. Doing some motion to the right. Open bunch set. See if they do forward progress. And it's 4th and inches. Are they going to punt it or are they going to go for it? I feel like they're going to punt it. Oh. They're going to go for a field goal. The kick is up. And it's good. So they have extended their lead. And now it's 10-3. Miami Spears. And the kick is up, and it is going to be in the end zone. We'll see if Mr. Fox is going to take it out, and he's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's almost like a 2-minute drill that Boston's got to be quick with it to get into the end zone before half. You got motion to the right, staying on the left side. He's going to pass it to number 80, Mr. Luck. And he gets 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Clock is still ticking. And we have 2.5 minutes left. Now 2.25 with the accelerated time clock. He's going to hand it off for play action. Play action. He's going to pass it to the running back. And it did not complete the pass. It is just a little over 2 minutes left of the quarter. It's going to be a 2-minute drill, but it's 3rd and 6. They got to... They're going to be short. They're going to be short, 4th and 1. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt? I would imagine they're going to punt. Safe bet, because otherwise if they don't make it, it's giving the other team at the 20-yard line, red zone area. Mr. Cole breaks the tackle, gives them great field position. It's on a 37-yard line on the opponent's side. It's 1st and 10. There we go. It gets about 8 yards. 2nd and 2 on the 29-yard line. Either way, this is field goal range for them. But he was marked out of bounds, so the clock has stopped. Ooh. Could have been an interception. It was deflected by the defense. We're just going to change the camera view for this one. So there's going to be 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 on the left. There's a flag on the play. Incomplete pass just out of the reach. It is a 10-yard penalty, and it's 4th and 2. So they declined it, and we'll see if they bring out field goal unit, which they do. It is going to be a 10-point game, a 46-yard field goal, and it is good by Mr. Watt. I'm going to change the view to have this kind of view for it. The kick is up, and it is good. Mr. Fox is going to bring it out. Meaning good, meaning it was in the touchback area. But he brought it out pretty far to the 28-yard line. We'll see if the Boston Businessmen can do wonders on getting that touchdown before the half with 1:30 left. Takes a pass. T. Norman catches the ball and he gets knocked down at the 35-yard line with a big throw by Mr. Miller. I gotta speed it up a little bit. It's gonna go for the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Pass to Herrera. Back of the end zone, just hitting his spot on the field. The back of the end zone. I didn't think that was going to be in. But boy, was that a throw by Mr. Miller. If they could do that from the get-go, man, they could be up 17-13 or 21-14. Mr. Cole gets it to the 25-yard line. And we'll see if Mr. Bugaj can get his team rallied up to get a touchdown before the half or a field goal to extend their lead. He was going to go with the underneath drag and incomplete. 47 seconds left in the game. Not in the game, the half. My apologies. Passes it to Franklin. He's going to get a 8-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. I would reckon they're not in too hurry. They're up by 3. 30 seconds left in the half. Pass to Franklin again. Gets up to the 45-yard line. They're going to call a timeout now so they can get their bearings together, strategize a good play for this play, and overall in general, just try to get closer to a field goal range. Motion to the left. He's going to pass it to Mr. Lawrence. He does not make it back to the line of scrimmage. It was a tackle for loss. They're going to call a timeout. It's going to be 2nd and 11. They need a decent yardage play by like 20 yards to make it feasible for their kicker to kick a field goal to extend their lead. Passes it to Lawrence again, and he gets a 6-yard gain to the 49. 7 yards, 3rd and 4. They call their last timeout. 2 seconds left. So we would imagine here is going to be a Hail Mary pass. It passes right underneath, and Cole catches it and makes it up to the 45-yard line. And that is the first half, folks. So, stats-wise, we got Bujaj. He's 11 for 16 with 91 yards. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And we got Mr. Brock Miller. That's 8 for 13, 148 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. And we will go to the second half. And we'll see who's going to come up on top. It's a close game, 13-10. We're going to start the second half right away. Just wanted to see the completions to incompletions of each QB and their yardage and touchdown to interception ratio. And we'll go over the other stats at the end of the game. We got 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. Can Miami continue their lead as they're up 13-10? He's going to do a back throw. Jake Gogol catches it, and he's going to get a 12-yard gain. And then we got a injury. DB number 33, Roethlis. He is out for the game. Thought I saw Roethlisberger, but it could not be Roethlisberger. And we had Cole going for a yard gain. It is 2nd and 9. Motion staying at the left side. Handoff. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. About a 3-yard loss. Could be even more. It's 3rd and 12. So a 3-yard loss. On that play, Edward Hammond met him in the backfield. The linebacker. Linebackers have been doing everything for both teams. Been giving them sacks, been giving them everything. And we just had a overthrown pass to the running back, Mr. Howard. Couldn't catch it. Wasn't reachable. And it's going to be 4th and 12. They're going to punt it over to the Boston Businessmen. We got Mr. Herrera catching the punt. He's going to continue, and he's going to make it to the 45-yard line. And he's going to have good field position for the Boston Businessmen. We're going to have some motion to the left. Mr. Miller back to pass. And he is going to get met in the backfield by a defensive end, Mr. Wade. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. So Miller, play action. Passing it right into coverage, and the wide receiver didn't catch the ball. It is 3rd and 15 on the 40-yard line. Man, it seems like this is a defensive game. Who's going to stop? And the offense needs to score. And Mr. Miller gets sacked by the linebacker, Mr. Fields, number 91. And it's going to be 4th and 19. So they're going to punt it away to Miami, try to pin them down. Miami's going to have a little bit of a return. They're past the 50, making it to the 45, still not going down, and made it to the 37-yard line on the opponent's side. So they have great field position on that return. We got 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. QB just tried to do a pass to the running back or a wide receiver, a short pass, and couldn't make it. We got some motion happening from the right to the left. Having a 3 wide receivers on the left. Back to pass. Throwing it away. He saw nothing that he liked. And it is going to be 3rd and 10. We got 6.5 minutes left of the game still. Been short plays. We got 3 to the right and 2 to the left. Some motioning from the left to the right. Gonna have 4 receivers on the right. It's back to pass. Empty bunch set. Passes it up. Mr. Jacobs catches the ball. And Miami gets a 1st down and 10. Mr. Marvin Jacobs gets 1 reception for 21 yards. Back to pass. Crossing route. Mr. Franklin catches it. And it is going to be a 4-yard gain of 2nd down and 6 on the 13-yard line. They're in the red zone right now. Let's see if they can capitalize on scoring a touchdown. Or can Boston stop them and make them score a field goal. And it is now 3rd and 6 on the 13-yard line. Boston's been stopping them. We're going to change the camera view for this play, as we'll see Bugaj. He gives it to Cole, and Cole just takes it to the left, right outside, having blocks all the way down into the touchdown. And Miami is now up 19-10. As I hit my keyboard, I was so excited. And the PAT is good. And Miami's going to kick it off with 5 minutes left and 13 seconds in the third quarter. We're going to kick it up deep, midway into the end zone. And it is not going to be catchable. And it will be a 25-yard touchback. Now we got Boston Businessmen. Let's see if they can play action. Passing it deflected by Miami. Let's see if Boston can score a touchdown here. Try to keep themselves in the game as they're down by 10. It's a 2-possession game. Herrera gets a catch, and it was a 5-yard catch. So it's 3rd down and 5, down on the 30-yard line. D. Hines is running up to the right. He fumbles the ball and turns it over to Miami. And Miami will take it at the 47-yard line, as it is a big turnover from the Boston Businessmen. So we have 3 receivers to the right, 1 tight end to the left. He motions outward, and Boston Businessmen had a chance to take, which he just runs to the left. He had wide open and gets a first down. It's 2 rushes for 22 yards, and he has 1 touchdown that he walked in without being touched. Passes it, Mr. Marvin Jacobs catches the ball, and that is going to be a 3-yard gain for 2nd and 7. Mr. Budaj is 15 for 24 with 130 yards on the day, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's going to go for the underneath route to Cole, and it is incomplete, as the defender was right there as well. We got a pistol formation, running back right behind him, 2 wide receivers on each side. He's going to hand it off to Cole. He breaks the tackle and just makes it back to the line of scrimmage for 1-yard loss by Mr. Bowen. It's 4th and 7. They're going to line up for a field goal. They have been perfect on the day for field goals. He is 3 for 3 for field goals. It is a 47-yarder on the day. And the Miami Spears are going to kick it off to the Boston Businessmen. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Miami is running away with it and increasing the lead by 13. It is still a 2-score game. Boston can get 2 touchdowns here if they just need a stop. Got another quarter left. Hands it off to the fullback, Mr. Cox, and he only gets a 1-yard gain, and making it 2nd and 9. Mr. Hines gets the pass, and he is going to make it a 7-yard gain and make it 3rd and 2. We got 3rd and 2, single back set. Mr. Hines got the ball. He jumps over a dude and gets the first down. They are now on the 39-yard line, and the running backs are going to substitute themselves out. And it is Mr. Copeland for this play instead of Mr. Hines. Mr. C. Thomas tackle for loss, as they were trying to run the ball to the right. Mr. D. Hines just got stopped as he was getting handed it off. Mr. Thomas has had a field day of tackle for loss and sacks. And it's the end of the 3rd quarter, 23-10. 3rd and 17. They got a big gain that they have to get on this play. Deep pass, and it is deflected by Miami defensive backs. Now the Boston Businessmen are going to be punting it away. And it is going to the left on their right. Cole is breaking a tackle. He's continuing past the 45-yard line. And the 46, he steps out. Got 9 minutes and 46 seconds left in the game. Back for a pass. Mr. Armstrong gets his first catch of the day, and he gets a 4-yard gain to make it 2nd and 6. Passes it, catches it to Franklin. He is right on the first down marker line, and that made it 1st and 10. Mr. Cole gets the ball, he breaks the tackle, and he gets tackled, and he gets another first down. He looks like he's very slow to get up after that hit. Mr. Cole has had a pretty good day overall, whether it be receiving or Ujaj. It's going to be a holding call. It's going to be coming back. 1st and 20. They had a pretty good run on that play. And to have a holding call just kind of sucks the life out of you. Cole runs up the middle, gets about that 10 yards back, and it will be 2nd and 7. So we got 13 out of the 10. That was pushed back due to the penalty. He's had a wonderful day. He's had 1 touchdown, multiple receiving yards. Armstrong has got his second reception, and it is 3rd and inches. It was pretty close. Miami's just dominating within their offense, and their defense has been doing stellar. And he outpasses the wide receiver. It's going to be 4th and inches. They're going to be looking to kick another field goal. Mr. Watt on the day has been 3 for 3. See if he can make it 4 for 4. 39 yards. He is good. It's 26-10. We got 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Mr. Fox is going to catch it, and he's going to take it out. He's going to make it as far as the 19-yard line, just before the 20-yard touchback. That used to be the touchback rule, and now it's 25, but he just missed it. Got a single back, fullback set. That's it. T. Norman catches it. He's going to be short. It's going to be 2nd and inches. I thought it was going to be 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 1. He got 9 yards, but they gave it a little bit closer. The tight end, Tevin Norman, he's got 4 receptions on 7 targets. Mr. Hines going to be even close. He did not pass the first down marker. Mr. Hubbard tackle for loss. We just made it to the line. Mr. Hines has been 10 for 12 yards, 3 for 44 on reception. 3 targets. That's a first down. First and 10 for the Boston Businessmen. Fullback goes to the left. False start or some type of flag, offsides, and deflection by 24 on Miami. It's against the defense, offsides. 5 yards. First and 5 on the 35-yard line. Mr. Mr. 46, the fullback, got the catch. Reed, Mr. Reed, 4 yards on the play. Mr. Hines goes up. He's got like a 3 to 4 yard gain and is first and down on the 41-yard line. Kind of going slow with moving the ball, but it's efficient. But they are down by 16. It's a 3-score game. And the tight end, Mr. Norman, catches the ball, and it's going to be 2nd and inches. Mark Miller is 13 for 22 for 184 yards. Got a touchdown on the day, 0 interceptions. Mr. Hines catches the ball and steps out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 44 on the opponent's side of the field. We are going to... Mr. Hines catches the ball again. It's going to be about a good 6-7 yards. And it's 2nd and 3 on the 37-yard line. Boston is not looking to speed up the game. Just get a touchdown real quick. So they are down by 3 possessions. They're just chugging along. And T. Norman catches the ball surprisingly with all the being double teamed and the swat by the defensive player on the back end of that catch. But they are in the red zone now on the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. He's going to pass it to Mr. Hines. Gets about a 3-4 yards. They're going to call a timeout. And it's 2nd and 7. 7 for 26, 218 yards, 1 touchdown for Brock Miller for the day. He's going to pass it to Mr. Reed. It's going to be close to the 1st down. It's 3rd and inches. Third and inches. They're about to snap the ball. 2 minutes left in the game. And there is a flag. It's on the offense. And it is 4th and inches. Are they going to kick a field goal to get points, or are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going for it. Touchdown, Tevin Norman. And Mr. Brock Miller has got 2 touchdowns on the day. Can their kicker make it 2 for 2 on extra points? And he does. He's got 1 field goal, 2 extra points. Mr. Wilkins is 100% accuracy. Same with Mr. Watt on Miami's team. And it may look like they may try an onside kick. And Miami has got it recovered. They are on the 48-yard line. Boston's got 1 timeout left. They are down 26 to 17. I think Miami's going to start running out the ball. They're going to pass it. They're going to give it to Mr. Armstrong. He catches it. He's got a 9-yard gain. Boston's going to call their timeout. And that is close to the end of the game. They should be running the ball, get the 1st down, kneel it. Or pass the ball. Or get sacked by Mr. Clark. Gets a sack on the day. It's going to waste time on the clock, which is probably what Miami Spears wants. And they're going to pass it. After the clock starts to run down, they're going to call a flag. False start. And it's going to be 3rd and 14 on the 48-yard line. And now they're going to start running it. Run the clock down. It's 4th and 11. Are they going to punt it? It looks like they are. And Boston Businessmen don't have any timeouts left, so they could milk the clock down as much as possible. And that's what they're going to do. And they kick a touchback. They're going to mark it at the 5. All right. So you got 26 seconds left, down at the 5. So Brock Miller's going to take it out, and he's going to get a 8-9 yard gain. 8 yards, 2nd and 2. 13 seconds left. Going to spike it. 3rd and 2. Incomplete pass, and it is 4th and 2. Probably going to go for it because they are down by 9. And this will seal the deal if they can't get it the yardage. And tackle for loss, so it is turnover on downs. It is turnover on downs. Probably going to run the ball or kneel it. Mr. Bowen got a leg injury and won't. All right, so for stats, we got Mr. Bugaj and Brock Miller. Bugaj went 19 for 30, 0 touchdown passing, 0 interceptions, 156. And then you got Mr. Brock Miller, 20 for 31, 235 yards, and 2 touchdown passing with 0 interceptions. And then rushing for Boston, you have Mr. Hines, that was 12 attempts, 15 yards, 0 touchdowns, but he did have a fumble. You have Mr. Copeland, that was 3 for -4. The QB was 1 for 8 towards the end of the game, and Reed was 1 for 1. Now receiving, Mr. Tevin Norman was 7 for 111. He also got a touchdown. Mr. Hines was 6 for 60. Herrera was 3 for 48. Mr. Reed was 2 for 11. And Mr. Stevens was 1 for 1. And T. Luck was 1 for 4. Now on the defensive side, Mr. Moss had 2 sacks. Clark had 2 sacks. Leading tackler was Mr. Moss with 7, and 6'5", 4'4". Tackle for losses, Mr. Bowen, which looked like he was injured towards the end with the little message on the bottom. For 2 tackle for losses, Moss had 1, and Hammond had 1. 0 touchdowns, deflected passes, Nunes and Hammond had 2 and 1. Forced fumbles, nothing, and receiving yards, nothing. And returns. And we will go to Miami. He was 77 rating, 19 for 30, 156, 0 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, but he did have 1 rushing touchdown. Cole had 1 rushing touchdown. He was 11 for 62. Bugaj was 3 for 20. T. Burke was 1 for 4, and Howard was 1 for 1. Receiving wise, we have Franklin, that was 5 for 31. Cole for 4 for 48. C. Armstrong, that was 3 for 20. Marvin Jacobs, 2 for 24. 2 for 19 with Mr. Gogol. And Lawrence, 2 for 6, the tight end. And Howard, 1 for 8. For defense, they had 4 sacks overall. We had 1 for Wade, 1 for Miles Gonzalez, Keenan Fields and Connor Thomas. 10 tackles for Connor Thomas, and to add the stat sheet, he had 3 tackles for losses, 2 deflected passes, and 1 forced fumble. Where Mr. Gonzalez had 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 0 for the rest. Where Mr. Fields had 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 3 deflected passes, and the rest not on the stat sheet. But overall, in general, 10, 8, 8, their linebackers were all over the place. And apparently the tight end also got a couple tackles too. Maybe on special teams, but their linebackers are forced to be reckoned with overall in general. But other than that, that is the game. And game MVP's offensive was Mr. Cole. He was 11 for 62, 3-1. C. Thomas, he was all over the place. And we will end the game here. And in the next video, you will see the Wisconsin War Pigs and Detroit Packs.